YouTube, what's going on? Horse Racing Gamer here. Welcome to Off and Pacing. I played this game on this channel a while ago. I think over a year ago. There's been some updates. The gameplay itself has been updated, which is really nice. For those of you that don't know, this is a harness horse racing manager. It's very realistic. Now, I don't know all the ins and outs for harness horse racing to the technicalities, but I understand the basics. So I am still able to play this game and know what's happening for the most part. So with this game, there is a version of this game that you can actually play as the driver itself. I tried it. It's not bad. It's just it takes too long in between playing sessions, so it's not worth it. So I like this managerial perspective much more. I doubt I'll be playing this game long term, I guess, unless people really want it, just because there's not much to do in between races. You can't train your horses, but I'll walk you guys through this and show you the racing interface. So obviously you got your different standardbreds here. Breeding costs quite a bit, which I don't have enough for. You need like 1,000,000 coins to unlock the breeding barn. You got auctions. Okay, now I did get a couple of my current horses from auctions, and some of these horses in auctions are quite expensive. Some of them are not expensive, like this one right here, the Beast. You can look at their racing form as well and see their previous results. So this horse, 19 starts and nothing, so that's why this person has it up for auction. Some people have released some horses that are actually pretty good, like horses I have right now. JK is God. This horse has actually done pretty well for me since I've welcomed it to our stable, and Donkey McDonkey as well. These are two horses I got via auction, and they have done quite well for me. Miss Janae is an original horse that I started with. She's got 7 starts, no places. And then where's my other horse? Sorry, hold on. This is and then Just Walking Tall is another horse that I just got, 4 years old, only with 1 start. So I'm gonna show you guys how the gameplay is right now. Actually, we'll just go ahead and watch one of my race replays from one of our horses. Actually won. I think Donkey McDonkey actually picked up the win last time out. Let's see. No, it wasn't Donkey McDonkey. So Just Walking Tall, or I just looked at JK God. Maybe it's Donkey McDonkey. Yes, Donkey McDonkey ended up getting the win at Princely Raceway. And Drew Monty was the driver. The race type was non-winners, 4 races, or $90,000 lifetime earnings. Winning time was 154 and 2. So we're going to go ahead and play this, and I'll show you guys how the racing interface is. Like I said, the racing has improved a lot since the last time I played this game, which is nice. So like I said, this game is fun from a realistic perspective, but it's not something I'm going to be playing. It's not something I play regularly at all. Alright. Now this gameplay, like I said, has drastically improved. It used to be like, I think, 2D last time I played. So they're off and pacing. So our horse is the number 1 horse, kind of in the back. Now you can change the camera angles here, so you can zoom in 1, 2. And they give you different broadcast angles. You have that and down shot. You have third person, which is kind of whatever. I like the broadcast angle, and we're going to go ahead and zoom in. Oops, sorry about that. Get out of the way, get out of the way. To here. Sorry, it's a little... The interface is a little weird sometimes. Get out of the way, thank you. Okay. So right now, Donkey McDonkey is tucked in behind the 3 horse. So we're approaching... I forgot this track is, I think this track is kind of short. Yeah, this track is, as far as turns, it's fairly short. It's kind of like Northfield Park. Anybody knows about Northfield Park? That's the closest, hardest horse racing track to me. I love Northfield Park. I grew up going there a lot. So this track is very similar. So they ran the quarter in 28 and 4, mile, or excuse me, half mile, 57 and 3. So here we go. Donkey McDonkey still tucked in there in 5th place along the rail. And yeah, like I said, this game is very realistic in terms of race conditions, race types, the actual tracks. It's very realistic. If you're trying to play this game to have like a personal hands-on experience, you're really not going to get that. But from a technical and like manager perspective, it's very realistic to harness horse racing. So if that's what you want, then this could actually be a good game for you to pick up here. So as you see, there are 3 wide there, starting at 2nd place and then back. So I wonder how we end up pulling out this win. I'm very curious how we end up pulling out this win. Let's see. So we're in the stretch. We still got this inside trip. They pan out here, and we are still behind horses. Where do we get this win? Okay, so we move over. We move over and move through, and we overtake. And we just, wow, we just won that race at the wire. I didn't even realize it was that close. Wow, we just ended up winning that race with Donkey McDonkey. Interesting. So, we ended up getting a decent amount of money for that. Now, with that, I think I can. What can I do with that? Can I actually even buy another horse? I think I can. No, you can purchase a random colt freely that's ready to race at 50,000 coins. Oh, I can. I can buy another horse. So that's what we'll do here. And it just gives you random horses. I don't even think it gives you like a selection of horses to pick from. So we'll buy a horse and see what it actually gives us. The drivers in this game are real drivers. So we got a 2-year-old colt whose stats are not great. I'm going to call him Morning Jog. Because morning sun, because well, it's actually 6 a.m. in the morning that I'm recording this. Name and use, okay, whatever. Morning sun with 2 N's. Golly. All right, so Morning Sun is our newest horse. As a 2-year-old, his stats are not good. Okay, so you're looking at these stats. The more you see the blue bar obviously filled, or you see the bar filled with blue, that gives you an idea that the horse's stats are not too bad. Yellow obviously is not great. Blue is pretty solid. This new horse we just got, this new 2-year-old colt, he has nothing in the blue yet. His stats could improve over time, I think, but as of now, he's not a great horse. His speed is probably his best attribute overall, and we need to get him in a race, and I'm going to try to enter him just in the first race I can get him in just to see how he performs. So there's a half-mile race at Hanover Raceway. 2-year-olds, non-winners, 1,000 last out. We can do that race, or we could do non-winners, 1 race lifetime. It's already got a field of 6. We'll probably get gate position number 7. Nah. Or we can do this Hanover Raceway, pretty much the same thing. 5 non-winners for 500 in the last 5 races. I'd rather do that, to be honest. Select driver, I'll do Drew Monty, because he seems to do pretty well for me. And with these races, you actually have to wait in real time. So by the time this race even starts, I mean, I'm not going to be recording because it's happening literally an hour from now. So like I said, that's kind of the basics really of the game. You go over here where you can look at, you can watch other live races in the game. You can do claiming races, of course. So like I said, it's very realistic. It's very realistic in that sense. So if you know how that works, then that's pretty self-explanatory. It gives you the track informations, whether they're half-mile tracks, 10, 7/8 mile tracks, 1 mile tracks, so on and so forth. It lets you know how many horses wide can go. So some tracks, most tracks, that by default are 8 wide, some are 10. Northside Downs, for example, is only 6. Shows you the winning times. Right now I'm racing in Canada because United States is way too competitive. It's very tough in the United States, so I decided to switch my stable to Canada. Like I said, you can look at what drivers are performing, their stats overall in this game, and everything. Horses, it also shows you which horses are also doing well. Here, Pacific Rocket, really good horse. 72 million in purses. Is that real? Golly, that's crazy. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to see what else. You got track auctions. There's stakes, of course. Didn't want to open that. Sorry about that. Oops. Here. So, yeah, that's really all there is to the game. Like I said, from a realistic perspective, it's not bad. So I have 29 starts. We got 2 wins and 2 shows. Only $31,000 in purses so far. So yeah, the game is kind of basic. We'll go ahead and watch this one more race. We'll just watch the next live race. So here at Leamington Raceway, purses 11,000, 8 entries here, and course conditions. I don't know if they'll tell us just yet. Don't even know what the race conditions are. Get out of the way. Will this close? This will not close. Game has a little bit of kind of weird bugs when it comes to that, but it's all good. So, forgot how long this raceway is, but they're off and pacing. Okay, off and pacing. So right now, Pro the pilot gets out to a good start. I'm assuming over time this game is going to update visually. Right now, obviously, the basics of the game is just the horses with the drivers, very basic mechanics, and nothing else. The race courses pretty much, for the most part, look very, very similar. There's no grandstands or anything like that. Like I said, the game itself is definitely more realistic. I don't think they've intended it to be like Horse Racing Simulator or Horse Racing Manager, anything like that. I don't think that's their intention with the game. I think it's more so for probably an older demographics because of the the realism. Like I said, it's not a bad game. It's just not something I get really any joy out of playing, just because you have to wait in between races. You can't even train your horses. And it's just something that you do, and then you just, you put your phone down, or you're not even thinking about it. It's in the background, then you log back in, you check to see, oh, my horse won, or my horse came in third, or I didn't win anything. It's really it. So that's pretty much all I do with it. Like I said, this is not even a game I would say I play weekly. I maybe touch this game once every 2 weeks. Like I said, just because I don't feel like waiting in between races. Like I said, not having the ability to train takes out a lot of involvement to me as well. For me personally, you guys know I play champion horse racing. Now those races happen in real time, but they're much quicker. There's a race you can possibly be in like every 5 to 10 minutes. And when you're not racing, you can train your horses. So there's a lot. And you can actually win. I take that back. You can actually race against AI horses. So the real races, PvP wise, against other players will take some time, but you can instantly race against the AI in champion horse racing. So there's no legitimate waiting time to race for AI competition. And I wish this game had that. I wish you could just enter your horses like in races against the AI and still bide your time with that. So Pro the Pilot ended up winning 155. Not a great time there. But this is pretty much often pacing. I think AJ Falks or AJ, I believe, wanted me to play this. So this is a video of it. Like I said, it's pretty realistic if you want to play it for that. But if you're trying to get a personal hands-on experience, like actually be in control of, driving and stuff. I forgot what the other version of the game is called. Things pace. It's something driver, but that is what you would want to play. So yeah, this is often pacing. If you guys want to play it, obviously just download it in the App Store for iOS, and I'm pretty sure it's on Android as well. But yeah, that's all. This is not a game, like I said, I will be playing on the channel, so I wanted to get this done. For AJ, who's been asking me to play it, I'll be doing Turf Dynasty later today or tomorrow in another review. But yeah, like I said, it's not a bad game. It's just not something that I like to play long term. It just doesn't have that long-term replay value for me. I'll log in, play it every now and then. As I get more into harness horse racing and understand much more of the technicalities of it, I may delve into this game a little bit more, but I mean, that's why Horse Racing Manager 2 is out there and Final Stretch Horse Racing Sim. I think those do much more for me personally when it comes to enjoyment factor. So that's all I got for you guys today. Feel free to leave comments in the comment section below. Make sure to smash the like button. It does help out a lot. But until next time, Horse Racing Gamer signing out. Hope you all have a great and fantastic day. See ya and goodbye.